you guys know what any of these terms mean besides energy? Which ones do you know? Hydrogen?
No.
Okay, what are the big terms?
H2. Okay, the first one I
want to stand there just because
oxygen.
Okay.
Carbon.
Carbon dioxide. This is in carbon dioxide. Have you guys ever heard of it?
Yes.
It's in the air that we breathe, right? So we breathe out carbon dioxide and we take oxygen in, right? So this is carbon dioxide, but it's a component of air. It's what we breathe out, right? And then water. Yes. And then energy is what we were talking about. I mean, it's any of these things really. It's ability to do work, allows the body to function. We get it from food. We get it from food. Okay, so let's just look at the broken down one. And I'd like you guys to write this down. You could just write down so you're taking food, or you could say sugar. Okay?
Could they also put sugar.
Okay, let's do sugar.
Put sugar, just so you guys remember, even though you may not have that formula committed to memory, the glucose formula, sugars are basically the currency that your cells use, glucose, in order to make energy.
So we use sugar plus oxygen, which is in our air, right? What does this arrow mean? Yeah. Equals, yields. This is the input and we get something out. So we're taking this in and this is what we're releasing back out. It's going to be carbon dioxide. What do you want for that?
Carbon dioxide is fine.
Okay.
Everyone should know that carbon dioxide is one of the gases that, well, mostly the majority of the gas that you expel as you breathe out. You guys should know that, carbon dioxide.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
The one thing, however, if I can interject, the water, does anyone know, once you breathe out, does anyone know or see where that water is? Do you see the water?
No.
Is there any time you could ever see the water that you breathe out?
The pee.
Look at Martha. On a glass, or where else?
Yeah.
What type of day?
Cool.
A very cold day. Don't you, when you breathe out, it makes like the water droplets kind of come into contact with the cold air and it forms almost like a cloud?
Yeah.
So you don't only breathe out CO2, which is carbon dioxide, you also breathe out water. Even though you don't see it, you just need to be aware that that's there. Because she'll talk about later what's going to happen with those two components. Sorry, Liz.
No, it's good. Everyone write down? Give a little bit more time. Who needs more time? Anyone? Good to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what we do with energy, right? This is the food that we take in, and this is what we give out, right? The carbon dioxide we breathe out, the water that we breathe out. So the next thing we need to think about is what do plants do, right? So those are, I mean, there's a lot of plants in the world. That's also really important to us. So what do plants need to survive?
Sunlight.
Water, sunlight.
Carbon dioxide, sunlight, and water.
Good. Okay. So plants need, good. So they need sun,
Alright, Martha.
water, and air, right, which happens to be carbon dioxide, right? Those are the three, like, things we know they need, right? You know that your plant needs sun, but a plant really can't survive without sun. You know it needs water, because it doesn't have water, it dries out, right? It pretty much dies. I mean, if you forget to water your plants, or your mom's plants at home, or whatever, they die. I used to get in trouble for that all the time. My mom would go away and forget to water the plants. And they need air. If you were to put them in a vacuum, they would die. Okay. I'm going to erase that. So we can also put this into an equation like we did for cellular respiration. So this is cellular respiration. You guys might want to note that for the equation. so you know what you're talking about. You know, you should always label your work, especially in science. So what plants do is called, does anybody know?
What?
Photosynthesis?
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, Nicholas.
And life cellular respiration can be broken down into just a few simple ideas, which is what we're interested in. So a plant needs sun, water, and air. We already figured that out, right? Sun, water, and carbon dioxide. So that's the first part of the equation. We have carbon dioxide, which I'm just going to write as CO2. It's just easier to write it out that way. You guys might want to know what that is. So it needs carbon dioxide, it needs water, and it needs sun. And we'll just put it as sun. Or you can say solar energy, or whatever you want really, but we know that we need light coming down, it needs to be a certain kind of light, and we get that from the sun. And that's going to give you, anyone know off the top of their head?
Oxygen.
Oxygen? Yes. So we have, and, I'll give you this one, and sugar.
Sugar.
Look at those two equations, and what do you see that, like, they're backwards? Flips, right? So essentially, we pretty much need plants to live, and plants need, animals to live, because plants give off oxygen and sugar, which we use, and we give off carbon dioxide and water, which they use. So it's a cycle, right? So, we're cutting down all these trees, and we're getting rid of all these plants, and it's really great and useful for building stuff and, industry, but essentially we do need these things. It cleans the air, plants clean the air, and it's kind of a very, you guys don't know what a symbiotic relationship is, or a mutualistic? We work together. We're tied together. And we can't break that relationship because we're very important to each other. So, you guys wrote down photosynthesis? You good on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to kind of go over the broader scope of it, and we want to look at how exactly, beyond just these equations, these things interact. Okay? So, let's start with the definition, and then I'm going to have you guys watch a movie, and then we're going to talk about it, and we'll create a food web. And we probably will have some time to do other things. Okay, so, the two things we want to define is producer, and anything that I'm writing down on the board from now on, you guys should be writing down.
Again, this will be collected, so make sure you get everything.
What is, in like very general terms, what is producer mean to you guys? Anyone?
The source?
Section, someone that produces. Anything else? It's okay if that's it. Good. Okay. So, if you think about a producer as something that produces something that makes something. What a producer is, it's something that can make its own food. Okay? So I'll write that down. So it's and can you guys see what I'm writing? Is it all okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys think of an example of that?
Producer? Flowers?
Flowers. Okay.
Animals?
Animals. Can animals produce their own food?